Zohran Mamdani, the New York City lawmaker, has sparked a fresh political storm in India after writing a personal note to jailed activist Umar Khalid. A move now backed by several US lawmakers who are seeking a fair trial for Umar Khalid. Zohran Mamdani in his letter has struck an emotional note, saying he often thinks of Umar Khalid's words on bitterness and the need not to let it consume oneself. He mentioned meeting Khalid's parents and wrote that everyone is thinking of him, a message that has now gone public through Khalid's partner. Mamdani's note surfaced after 8 US lawmakers wrote to the Indian ambassador at Washington, urging that Umar Khalid be granted bail and a free and fair trial. Lawmakers expressed concern over the prolonged pre-trial detentions in India. Back home, the Mamdani letter has reignited sharp political reactions. The Congress has welcomed the international attention, with leader Udit Raj calling the lawmakers' intervention important, reiterating that bail is the rule and jail the exception. The VHP, however, has slammed Mamdani, questioning his right to lecture India, accusing him of selective outrage and alleging silence on attacks on temples and Hindus in the US, even questioning whether Mamdani's support for Khalid is driven by religious considerations. Listen in.
उनको बेल नहीं दिया जा रहा है, वो तो जाति की जा रही और इसमें पूरा कम्युनल एंगल है, बदले की भावना है। भारत की बदनामी भी बहुत हो रही है। जब कांग्रेसमैन और सेनेटर्स कह दिए तो समझ लीजिए कि ग्लोबल न्यूज़ हो गई। मेयर का तो इतना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं होता है, लेकिन कांग्रेस में सेनेटर्स की बात बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होती है।
कम से कम अमेरिका के मेयर को, न्यूयॉर्क के मेयर को तो ऐसा नहीं सोचना चाहिए। जो अपने आप को लॉ मेकर कहते हैं, उनको भारत के लॉ के अंदर इंटरफेरेंस करने का कोई अधिकार नहीं है। उनको अपने अंतरात्मा आत्मा में झांकना चाहिए। भारत की फेयर ट्रायल दुनिया के अंदर फेमस है। और देखिए, जो आतंकी हैं, जो अलगाववादी हैं, भारत तेरे टुकड़े होंगे इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह, इस तरह का नारा लगाने वाले, दिल्ली को दंगों की आग में झोंकने वाले, दर्जनों लोगों को मरवाने वाले, उनके लिए आप वकालत कर रहे हैं, पत्र लिख रहे हैं, शर्म आनी चाहिए।
And Pranay joins me live from the newsroom on this story. Pranay, Zohran Mamdani is writing to Umar Khalid. Senate, as our politicians are talking about it, the politicians in the US are talking about it, even as the Supreme Court has in fact reserved its verdict on the bail pleas. But as something being discussed in the US by their lawmakers, what impact does it have and what kind of messaging is it sending to the global audience?
Clearly, the US or the US politicians are trying to send out a message that in India there is no free and fair process of the judicial process, and this is in fact a running commentary on India's affairs. But clearly, this shows also about their politics as well, because if you see the campaign of Zohran Mamdani, he has aired his opinion about India, the way India is being dealt and being governed. So this is not surprising as far as Zohran Mamdani is concerned, but certainly there is also a lobbying for people to, those who are reaching out to people like Jim McGovern or people like Zohran Mamdani, and the messages are being written. And in fact, support is being garnered by certain individuals who are active in the United States. Now, as far as the Indian things are concerned, as far as the case of Umar Khalid is concerned, as you rightly mentioned, Anisha, the case is being heard in Supreme Court. There are deliberations, there are opinions which are, before the Supreme Court of India, and the bail plea or other issues are being dealt by the courts in India, and we have a free and fair judicial process which will take care of the issues if there are any things. But they do not have any locus standi as far as the politicians of the United States are concerned. They do not have any locus standi as far as the issue of Umar Khalid or any other matter of the internal affair of India is concerned.
Right. Thank you very much for that, Pranay. Let's take a look at the letter that has been sent by New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani. Mamdani has written to Umar Khalid saying, "I think of your words on bitterness often and the importance of not letting it consume us. It was a pleasure to meet your parents. We are all thinking of you. Every humiliation, every squeezed paycheck and every impossible roster."